Hello everybody. Today we are going to start a new poem called The Ball Poem, written by John Berryman. Firstly, let me give you the quick introduction of this poem. The poet has described the reality of life in this poem, which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. This was the introduction of the poem. Now let me summarize you the poem. The poet is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. He was playing with his ball and the ball skipped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. The poet says that this sight of the boy losing his favorite ball made him think about the boy and his reaction to this situation. He further says that the boy was helplessly looking into the water where his ball had gone. He was sad and was trembling with fear. He got so immersed in his sorrow that he kept standing near the harbor for a very long time and kept on looking for his ball. The poet says that he couldn't console him, that he may get new balls, or he could also give him some money to buy another ball. But he stops himself from doing so because he thinks that the money may bring a new ball but will not bring the memories and feelings attached to the lost ball. He further says that the time has come for the boy to learn his responsibilities. Here the poet wants to say that now the boy will learn the toughest lesson of life. The lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life, that one day we will lose our loved ones and our loved things. So this was the summarization of the poem. Now I would read out the poem as well as the explanation to you. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Now the word merrily means cheerful and bouncing means jumping up and down. So in this stanza the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from the boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river or any sort of water body. Okay. Now next stanza goes this way. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. Now the word grief means sorrow, rigid means fixed, trembling means shaking, harbor means a port or a dock, D-O-C-K, intrude means invader, I-N-V-A-D-E-R, dime in the United States it means 10 cents, and worthless means useless or valueless. So in these particular lines, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls too. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water reminds him of those sweet memories of the times when he owned it. This loss is unbearable for him and he is grief-stricken. The boy says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball? He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. Now the next lines are like these. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. The epistemology of laws, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So these are the last few lines in which the word possessions means ownership, external, here things with which feelings are not attached. Desperate means hopeless. Epistemology, it's a Greek word where epistem means knowledge. So here the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world, many of his belongings will be lost. He personifies the ball as his belongings, be it the worldly things or the relationships he is in possession of. So he says that he has to learn to live without them no matter what. He says no one can buy back such things for him. The poet said so because, according to him, money can't buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. He says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the odd miseries of life that everyone has to bear. So this was the introduction as well as the summary. I hope you all have understood. We'll meet in the next class.